Hi, this is Prof. Friends, and this is a syllabus review for Principles of International Business, aka BU 311. Purpose of this review is to focus on the key matters of the syllabus for the semester, and also just prevent tying up classroom time with administrative matters. I prefer to, hit the ground running, focus on key learning points, questions, coaching you on key matters and key objectives that are takeaways from this course. So the basics of this syllabus review can be covered by just reading it, so you can stop this video now, you're welcome to read it, or if you want to listen along after you've read it, I'll just try to emphasize the important matters. There will be a brief quiz by the second test, second class on this syllabus, so that you've been able to at least focus and you know the rhythm and the key expectations of the semester. So number one, I'm in my office in second floor warehouse. You're welcome to come visit me, my home away from home. Office hours are there. You're welcome to send me times outside of office hours. Just please drop me a note that you're coming, or we'll schedule that because I already may have a meeting with another student at the time. If you have an urgent matter, you're welcome to call me. My cell number's on here. But most of the time, email, I get back with emails within 24 hours, maybe weekends a little bit longer. As we get into the project and you have key barriers or challenges, historically I do get calls late at night, and we make international calls through Skype or FaceTime, etc., to embassies for students that might be challenged trying to get contacts. But that's when you need to escalate. Please, when you run into challenges, you think you've tried everything, or I haven't been clear on helping you figure out how to do it, please reach out to me. I'm here to help you, okay? Key books for the class. This one you should already have, Globalization. That reading, it's a short one, is due for the first day. I normally give quick quizzes in reference to readings, either in class or we'll catch up on it on a unit test. It's important all people complete the readings. That way the conversation is much more engaging. You get a lot more out of it. So we lead off with a debate, literally, on pros and cons of globalization on the first day. The other critical book you need to have by this time is the GMMS book, also known as the Global Marketing Management System. This is very pivotal to content and the project that we'll be doing. So there are literally two trains running in this course. Think of it as two trains. One train is a content train where you're going to read globalization. There's going to be a lot of content, variables of international business in this book. When we get to culture, there'll be content. But then there's another train in which there's a project. And the project is why this is a 300 level course. 300 level courses are about applied. In your 100, 200, it's been basic information. We call those inventory courses. This is a course where you take all that information and now you begin to apply it. So it's a bit of a stretch for some students that haven't taken a lot of upper level courses. I'm here to help you with it, but you'll be drawing from your intro to management, economics, accounting, and marketing as we go along, but more on an international scale. So last book, couple books here, is Kiss, Bow, or Shake Hands, a very easy, friendly read on many countries in the world, which I'm now calling this, for the abbreviation, Kibosh, on the syllabus. So most days you have a country reading from Kibosh, Kiss, Bow, or Shake Hands. Please have that completed in advance. And last, the other book I don't have with me is Foreign to Familiar. And the only reason I don't have that is you don't have to have Foreign Familiar till March 1st. It's critical you do read it, because that's when we shift high gears into the culture part of this course, and we start out with a very important immersion exercise, the first part of that unit. So those are the book requirements. Next come course objectives. It is an ambitious syllabus with 5 objectives. I hope you feel by the end of the class you've walked away with each one of these. You can read them. Number 1, globalization. You'll feel a lot more competent, be able to talk on pros and cons of globalization. The second objective is assessing international environments. Know how to evaluate, what to look at from a macro and a micro level when looking at other countries or working with other countries, specifically in business, products, demand and needs and cultural matters. The third is the cultural context of international management. We'll learn about a couple of theories, and you'll walk away with one that you can apply anytime you're climbing on a global conference call, or you're going to travel to that country, you're going to engage that country. It's going to help you look through the lens, the appropriate cultural lens of that country, so you can understand much more effective ways of doing business there. Otherwise, if you go with what you've always thought you were going to do, most likely you're not going to be that successful. So that is what we call the cross-cultural context, and where you develop a cultural lens. Not only the other countries, but you'll develop a lens, a stronger lens of your own home culture, hopefully. Fourth is how to conduct research and formulate and select a potential international market for expansion. As I said, the other train running in this course is a project. You literally start out choosing 6 countries. Your team chooses as you like. You begin to choose relevant macro data that is important to the business, economics, cultural, environment, and context of the products or services of that company. You put it into a model. Models help us make decisions in business. They don't tell us what to do, but they give us a more formal, disciplined, less biased decision-making tool. So you'll be drawing from formal research, you'll be drawing from industry contacts, you'll be drawing from country contacts. So you're going to learn how to do that, input it, and make a model decision through us GMMS, Global Marketing Management System, and that's an online system. Last big objective is global networking skills. There's one thing to be strong in book learning, in research. Many people reach the internet, which is periodical, or stronger, go to the library, use things like Euromonitor, use journal articles. There's often research on whatever field you're looking into, but students often find speaking with people directly from the industry or from the country is the most valuable and current assessment of the opportunity to expand and go into that market. They find it as one of the greatest learning points of the course. It is one of the most challenging. Perception is people don't want to pick up phones today. You can send emails, but in this case, most likely you're going to end up making some phone calls to your embassy, your chamber of commerce, to contacts in other countries, contacts in industry here, and we will help you do that. If you're a person that's not the most extroverted person in the world, we're going to help you reach out and get over that challenge and find out how valuable it is to speak with someone in the real world versus what you just get from the academic world. The combination of them is wonderful for research, but networking is going to be an essential skill for you in your career. Business schools should promote networking because most likely your first job, 60% chance it's going to come from someone you know or someone who's introduced you to somebody. So if you haven't become a big networker, welcome to that world. Okay. Next, the other critical tool that people will need is on the syllabus is a link to the GMMS model. If you bought the book new, I believe you get a license to that. If you bought it used, all I want from each team, you're going to form a team of 4 people, is you to use one license. I have full visibility of everything you do on this research project. It's all online. We never do anything in paper whatsoever. So it's a very realistic, Google Docs, sharing of information, and you can take a download report after you complete the whole project at the end of the semester. So please go in. There are some examples there. There are some examples in the book. I think this coming week you'll read a case example. So you'll begin to familiarize yourself with what the outcome of the project is. And I'll do a separate YouTube clip on the project alone, as well as Blackboard. I'm a big user of Blackboard. Please go there. Number 1, it will have this syllabus. Number 2, it will have assignments. It will have readings. It will have study guides when the timing is appropriate, and other factors very relevant to the course. So when in doubt, go to Blackboard. When in doubt as to what you need to do, please go to the syllabus. Each date and description for the syllabus is what is due and expected to be completed in advance of that. So there are readings, there are project assignments. When it comes to tests, what we call unit tests. There's 2 unit tests. I will give a study guide 1 week in advance. We'll definitely have some study with some review time in class. So that is the rhythm there. Looking down further, the rhythm is you'll always have a kiss, bow, or shake hands reading. There's usually a reading for each class. The course evolves. It's more content based from a international research variable perspective, looking at the key macro variables involved in going international first, and then we delve deeper into the cultural factors, and you acquire those skills from the theories that we're going to apply. I'll do a separate YouTube on the project standalone, but as the semester comes to a close, there are 3 key dates for your module, and then in the last couple of weeks of class, your team will meet with me personally, and we'll do a 20 to 30 minute in-depth question and answer session relative to your project proposal. I normally have 2 TAs for each class. The TAs are assigned with teams. They become your coach. Their sole responsibility is to help you with questions and answers and help you develop, coach you, help you begin to go through hypothetical reviews as we approach the final Q&A session. But in the end, when you start with 6 countries that you are going to research, then you bring it down to 2, and then you're going to bring it down to 1. Of those 6, you're going to recommend what you think the best country in the world for your company and its products to expand to. That's the gist of it. As for tests, we only have 2 unit tests, and we have quizzes. You can see the grading. The grading is balanced to about 60% test, quizzes, assignments, and then the project is somewhere around 35 to 40% of the grade altogether. The other details you certainly can read too. Maybe take a look at my pet peeves. Just do me a favor. If you can't make it to class, let me know. Give me a call. I have professional expectations. No shows, no contacts are perceived as unprofessional in the real world, and they are in my classroom. I'm accountable for your learning. I want to get that information. I don't know where you are. Don't know if you got lost either. So let's keep the communication channels open as much as possible if you're unable to make it to class. Other factors are there. There's Dine with the Mind. You can look at how I grade. I think I'm very fair. I think I give you enough opportunity in the semester so that when we come to your final grade, you'll have a good idea on Blackboard what you're heading into. I normally try to get major tests back within 2 weeks or major parts of the project back to you within 2 weeks. So those are the highlights of the BU311 syllabus. Please take a look at it in detail, watch the other project YouTube, and then come to class prepared with questions. I'll be glad to answer those. And again, if I've missed something, please ask me. I'm here to help you and work with you. I'm very passionate about this subject, this area. I'd really like to see you walk away with some incredible skills that, 10 years from now, sure, I'd like to be a prof that's, liked and gets along with students. But, 10 years from now, you're going to think back to colleges and what did I remember? To be honest, I want to be remembered of the class, maybe not the prof, but what did I get that was useful? What was really useful and applicable in the real world? And this is a feedback I get from current grads, past grads, is that often this course and the project becomes a go-to interview tool when you're asked questions about projects you've done, research you've done, teamwork you've done, how we work with other people. I don't expect it to go perfect. That's not a real world. There are challenges. There are deadlines. People are different. But most of the time these days we have to achieve our goals from working through other people. And I hope when you sit down after the Q&A, final Q&A in this class, you really feel that you've walked away with some tangibly strong skills and we've nailed all the objectives and they're going to be practical, valuable for you in your career. So that's it. I look forward to your questions in class.